Back to Wild Boar management. So one of the best ways to manage wild boar is to use equestrian boar hunts and equestrian boar roundups, which is driving a boar into an enclosed area and trying to contain them. Um, this takes a unique uh, type of horse. You're looking at a Lusitanian um, breed. You're looking at an Andalusian and even a mixed Arabian, which were all bred to do that exactly to fight and ride against wild boar in Europe. Um, and But it comes with new challenges to horse equipment and armor. You cannot you can't just go out in the field with your horse's shins and legs uncovered. You have to now cover the back and front of their shins and calf area, or what would be your calf area of a horse, all the way up. Um, you have to wear a horse has to now wear chest armor because of what do you call that? Wild boar have the tendency of spearing up, of cutting into a horse, and they go for the back legs a lot. So they have to be wrapped all the way up, and then it's good to have a non rust proof metal uh, uh, type of armor to put around it. So basically, you either got to go with you know 16, 17th century style wild boar hunting horse armor, or you've got to go with a modern approach of going with new designs in plastics and molding to create it. But it's a unique challenge to question farmers as well as having wild boar, because all they need is to scrape or even get their saliva, which is highly bacteriously full of diseases and very dangerous. But just a slight cut from a boar's what do you call that? From a wild boar's um, cut from scraping against a horse will kill a horse very easily from bacteria um, and humans. You can't even think about going out in the bush anymore without having a calf and shin guard and a thigh, something over your thighs and back leg covering. You're looking at going out in the field looking uh, like a what do you call that? Like a baseball catcher, basically, almost, right? Like you got to have like a catcher's knee guards and shin guards. So it's going to become a very unique challenge to equestrians and horse farmers. They Horses are very easily spooked as well, and will harm themselves, right? Also, riding guides. You can't use blinders from the side anymore, which are used to keep a horse on a straight path and keep it from having to worry about what's behind them on their sides. You're gonna have to get rid of those now because you're gonna need the instinct of a horse at all times, and if, the horse's eyes to be your eyes as an equestrian, as a rider. But the horse community, the horse You know, especially recreational horse riders are gonna have a really, really tough time with the wild boar because it's something that their horses aren't used to. It's something that riders aren't used to. You know, very quick bursts at a horse and rider will dismount a rider very fast, which could be very painful, very serious injuries. You know, very serious head traumas can occur from it. Shoulder traumas are usually, you know, shoulder and head traumas are usually the main injuries from that. But it's going to take quite a toll. And this is a different type of boar. This is a bigger, wilder boar. Um, it's going to be a very, very big challenge for horse riders and mounted mounted units that have to deal with going out in rural areas and do patrol on horseback or anything like that. So you really got to go back to the basics now of horse armor having to be something that every time you take your horse out, you have to think of full leg guards, underbelly guard, you know, and under chest because of and even saddles. You're gonna have to change your whole saddle into an Arabian saddle that has more stability. You're locked into you're positioned to be locked on a Arabian saddle, so that if your horse uh, decides to lift its front paws, or you're not sliding off so easily, you're not getting thrown off so easily if it quickly takes off. So it's going to be a serious challenge for equestrians.